capturing the north-south divide is a very persistent part of Graham's job.
It's agonising. We just feel completely alienated and shelved. I would say to them, get your backsides up north and have a look at it and see what it's about. Get on a train, do a commute, do the commute I commute to, and see where it takes you and see what your thoughts are after that, really.
Here's
Three bedrooms.
Ja, ik weet het eigenlijk niet.
I'm not
Ik kom
sure
niet zo heel
yet.
vaak in deze
I don't
buurt.
come here very often, but I want to have a look.
Ja, ik ga er nu toch wel kijken. Vooral eigenlijk omdat ik dan
I'm hoping my chances will be
denk om
higher
meer
here,
kans te maken, omdat heel
since the
veel
area
mensen
isn't very
echt in deze
popular.
buurt komen kijken.
Come in.
Recruitment operation as it seeks to strengthen its ranks and expand its footprint across the country.
The IS group was not eliminated. It just laid low while it regrouped so it could move to other districts. Just this month, they moved to Kunar province and elsewhere in large numbers.
The mere mention of Kunar province is enough to rattle both Afghan and US forces.
Global reach. The second one is by the Trump administration to blacklist or limit Huawei's global reach. The second one is the case in Canada and the American government's attempts to extradite Huawei CFO. And that Huawei was very clear. There was
Jack! 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 Left! Jack! Jack! 再不来走了啊！不是，我们先去。
To the agreement, France, Germany and Great Britain with an ultimatum of 60 days to find a solution that would protect the country from the sanctions.
Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets of Hong Kong on Sunday to protest a proposed new law that would allow for suspects to be sent to mainland China to face trial. Some protesters chanted no extradition to China, no evil law, while others called for the Hong Kong's chief executive, Carrie Lam, to step down. Local media reported around 2,000 officers were mobilized to control what was expected to be the biggest rally since 2003. Critics of the new bill fear it will lead to further erosion of the city's judicial independence, but the government and supporters say there are sufficient safeguards in place to prevent anyone facing religious or political persecution.
These Malian supporters may be
tourists and residents alike, as well as obviously people who work here in the area, are being asked to evacuate the area. Several buildings in the vicinity have also been evacuated. I am some 260 meters from the crash scene, and that started, of course, at around 2 p.m. when someone rang a fire alarm at 787 building on 7th Avenue, alerting for a fire. According to New York officials, a helicopter was trying to make a landing onto the roof of that building. It was a hard landing that resulted in fire. Also, according to a senior New York
out, reducing its effectiveness. To solve this problem, Sato turned to cell sheets. He takes out cells from the patient's knee cartilage, cultures them, and turns them into the sheets. First, he cuts part of the bone and inserts an artificial one. This restores the balance inside the joint. He fixes the adjusted part in place with a metal plate. He then grinds down the remains of the
I'd never seen anything like this before. And I had to adapt fast.
My name is Don Harris, and I'm your tester for today. And so, could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Community in the United States. If, quote, life becomes very difficult for Jews in the UK, implication being under a Corbyn government, and Pompeo in response said that yes, the US administration would take actions to, his words, push back against Corbyn. We'll do our level best. Are you comfortable that you are being quoted and your campaign is being used in the United States by people in the conservative pro-Trump movement who want to see the US do whatever it can to stop Jeremy Corbyn become Prime Minister?
I'm deeply depressed by that.
Onderschat zijn. Wat het ons in ieder geval misschien nog niet direct aan geld misgelopen. Maar als je ziet wat voor kopzorgen je gaat hebben, moet ik wel plukken, moet ik niet plukken, moet ik dat doen. Dus dat vind ik eigenlijk toch wel het jammeren van de boycott. Dat is een politieke beslissing. Maar ik vind, ze hebben de consequenties denk ik wat te onderschat. En dat die nu eigenlijk terechtkomen met hardwerkende familiebedrijven. Ik denk wel dat het van invloed geweest is op de...
The owner began a new chapter in her life when she moved in. This is why she built another
Maybe that's how God felt was the best way to take care of him. That's how I was able to get through it.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that
China may target the U.S. services sector operating here. Trade in services is not the same as the trade in goods. The U.S. has barely talked about services, but China knows this is a fast-growing area for the American side.
That was Global Times Editor-in-Chief Hu Xijin. Just having a look, Linda, now what we've had going on here, because we've had him comment on all sorts of things, haven't we? And he's been accurate when it came to the Boeing share price after the 737 MAX.